Hi there, everyone. I'm Kelly Nault from Joyfully Parenting, and I'm curious, do you have a child who is a sensitive child or a strong-willed child? Maybe you have a child who melts down regularly or pushes back on everything. If you do, then you're going to want to stay tuned and watch this quick interview because we're going to introduce you to two really fabulous self-regulation, regulating breathing techniques that are not only fun, but they will help your child learn to self-regulate over time. And if you like what you see here, please hit that like button and consider subscribing so you can get some of these great parenting tips as we go along. So welcome, Tiffany. I am so thrilled you're here to talk about such an important topic, self-regulation.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
You are the founder of Mindful Conscious Spirits, and you specialize in working with sensitive children who struggle with handling their big emotions and sensations using mindfulness and yoga practices. To you, what is self-regulation? How do you describe it to the parents and children you work with?
Yeah, self-regulation is the ability to manage our emotions and our impulses. So that means knowing how to figure out what we need in that moment and how to act in that given situation.
Let's say our child is melting down. Let's say they didn't get the popsicle color they wanted, and this is just the worst thing that could ever happen to them, and they are shrieking at the top of their lungs. What are some of the strategies that parents use that may not be helpful?
Yeah, a lot of times what we'll see is parents try to shut down what's happening. So stopping the behaviors, trying to stop the emotions, maybe by trying to fix the problem, um, and like take it away or give them the popsicle that they wanted. Um, Even going toward punishments and timeouts.
Okay. So it's either fixing, shutting down, or trying to punish. Those are kind of the three. And if you're listening right now, you probably used at least one of those. So, what do you actually suggest in that moment?
Acknowledging the feelings
Mhm.
and helping them understand the feelings, kind of let the situation play out before reacting to what's happening. And then afterward, kind of recapping, going back to the situation, talking about it and what the child felt, why they felt that way, and what they could do as a resolution in
So,
the
Tiffany,
future.
I think we have a fairly similar philosophy. I mean, that's why I wanted to interview you
Yeah.
in part. And so I find that sometimes parents will ask me, but wait a minute, isn't that letting them get away with something? What would you say to that? Like, well, then how are they going to learn?
Right. And I can definitely see how it's interpreted that way. um, I think, well, one, if you think about the trying to fix the problem, that's actually reinforcing, so it's naturally reinforcing without meaning to,
Okay,
more
so let
so
me
than
take you
like,
back there because I just want to use that example because I think as parents have examples. So, for instance, the popsicle one, if then you're trying to get a different color, then it's really giving in and giving them what they want and reinforcing that if they scream a lot, they actually get what they want anyway. Correct?
exactly.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
I just want to make sure that we're connecting the dots here.
Exactly. Yeah. So without even realizing it, that's actually reinforcing the behavior and going back to like helping them move through this situation, as long as helping them stay safe and everyone around them stay safe, let it play out. Um, Really, we're thinking about like reframing things. So it can be as simple as reframing a common response, like calm down, you'll get your popsicle, by saying, I can see you're mad. You didn't get your popsicle. That would make me mad too. And then helping them make a plan to resolve the issue and walking them through that.
And so then going into these self-regulation skills, right? When is the best time to teach them?
The best time to teach them is not when they're melting down, it's when
Yay,
they're
okay.
calm.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, when they're calm and in a really fun way.
Before this interview, we talked about timeouts. And both of us are in agreement that we are not fans of timeouts. I'm always a big fan of parents using a timeout as part of their self-regulation tools. And it's interesting because then I see sometimes children, after watching their parents, go, oh, I'm going to do a timeout, and they put themselves in a timeout. A big part of parenting is parenting ourselves, but also being able to model these exercises for our kids.
Yes, modeling is key.
Modeling is key. I'm so excited about these two techniques you're going to share with us today because I just adore them. Tiffany, would you take us through these two exercises right now?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll kind of just model how I would introduce it. That way there's some guidance for parents. So always give a name. So first, there's balloon breath. So this is a fun activity where we get to be a balloon with our body. We'll start with our hands on our tummy, and then we breathe in through our nose and make our balloon really big. Make it really, really big, really big. As we breathe out, we're gonna go make it really small and bring it in and give yourself a little hug. And then the next exhale we're gonna do is squeezing it out, or squealing more like. So we'll make a psst kind of squeaking sound. So again, hands on belly, we breathe in, make your balloon really, really big, and then psst, slowly let that air out. And again, you can give yourself a little hug. And then the last one, I like to end any of those breaths with this one. We get to pop the balloon.
Yay.
Yes, at the end, it'll make a poof sound. So we'll breathe into your nose, make a really, really big balloon, make it even bigger, even bigger. Oh no, it's gonna pop, and then poof.
I was being quiet because I didn't want to scare my dog. I did last time, you know it too.
Yep. Kids love it, dogs not so much.
Yeah, totally. Love
it. It's great because it gives kids big movement, they get oxygen, grounding, breathing, and it's silly. Kids often laugh after each exhale, so make room for that too. And like just stick with one exhale breath, like 3 or 4 times, and just have fun with that one.
I love the imaginative part of it too. So it's just lovely.
Yeah, and it's great, like especially with the that's the sound a balloon makes if you let it go. So you can expand on that exercise by saying like, oh, when I do that, it's like the balloon goes almost like our feelings when we're letting the big feelings go, right? Just like letting the balloon go, which is a nice way to tie it in as they're starting to get to learn more and more how to do that breath. That's when you can start expanding on it.
Brilliant. Awesome. Awesome. Would you be willing to share your second one with us?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I would beg. I wouldn't.
The next one is star breathing, also known as 5-finger breathing. So we use our hand as a star, and then pointer finger on the other hand. I like to use it as a shooting star. So as we breathe in through our nose, the shooting star goes up. We breathe out through our mouth and it goes down. And then with some kids, they like the shh sound for the shooting star. So we'll breathe in, goes up, and then out as it shoots down. Again, in through your nose, go up, out through your mouth. Do it again, up, and then shoot down. And then the last one, breathe in through your nose, and then out. And then you can do this going back as well. I'm getting back to the thumb if you need more breaths. The kid loves it. Again, this is great. It uses multiple senses. You get the tickling on the hand with your finger. They're visually attending to the motions, watching you, watching themselves. They're getting that grounding breathing. And for younger children, I want to say I recommend singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star first. So you get their interest, you get their buy-in. You can even do it after as well.
Thank you so much for coming. And I hope you'll come back and share more self-regulation exercises techniques with us.
I would love to. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tiffany. And thank you everyone for watching.